Hello, everybody, and welcome to FourWheelTech for August 10th, 2025. It's Season 2, Episode 32. I am MayorWatt. I run ohmTown.com. I've successfully uploaded my consciousness to a quantum computer in the granite hills of Wyoming, and it's powered by a nuclear reactor. So I am now immortal and ironically connected to the internet with high-speed superconducting cables. And I say it's ironic because Wyoming really hates anything EV and, I don't know, maybe technology-based. At any rate, I am MayorWatt. I run ohmTown.com, and ohmTown only aggregates news. There is no noise because all the noise comes from me. So today we're going to be talking about 60 Years of Bronco, GLC EV Iconic Grille, the SC63 from Lamborghini, the Gixxer celebrates 40 years, and where motorcycles and something about running a red light. Yeah, where motorcycles can run a red light. All right, everything's powered by ohmTown. Go over there, check it out, and drive fast but safe. Zoom, zoom, everybody. Zoom, zoom. All right. So there is the front page of FourWheelTech over at ohmTown.com where news gets aggregated. That's the front page of ohmTown, but there you go. Ford celebrates 60 years of Bronco with a deliciously retro anniversary package. I was at a gas station recently. See, I can transfer my consciousness to other computers and control them. So I'm on the onboard computer of this vehicle. And there was somebody there that had this awesome new Bronco. I mean, it was amazing. And I asked them what the model was, and they didn't have any idea. I was like, oh, okay. Somebody else bought you that. And you just thought it was cute. Okay. Anyway. I really dig the Bronco new styling. I had a Bronco at one time in my existence, and the package is built upon the Bronco's Outer Banks trim level with a Sasquatch package. Sasquatch. I really dig this style, not the Bronco Sport. I think the Bronco Sport styling sucks, and it shouldn't even be. It's kind of like the Ford Mustang EV. Those two should basically be removed from the Thanos should have snapped and made those two vehicles disappear. Logan K. Carter over at jalopnik.com put this article together, and I love the styling of the Bronco, the modern Bronco. The package is built upon the Bronco's Outer Banks trim level with the Sasquatch package, and is available in either the 2.3 liter EcoBoost 4-cylinder or the 2.7 liter EcoBoost V6. Changes are strictly visual, so there's no additional performance or other features. But the Bronco Outer Banks with the Sasquatch package is already an exceptional off-road vehicle, so owners aren't going to be wanting much more. 35-inch rugged tires, lifted suspension, more aggressive final drive ratio. Pricing isn't available, but Ford says sales of this tastefully retrofied package will begin later this year in October. I'm thinking $65,000 to $75,000. In fact, here, let me see. I'll do it live, even though you are actually, this is a recording, but Outer Banks, right? Let's see. So they're saying that the basic one is going to be $50,000, $48,000. Prices vary depending on location, dealer options, additional packages, whatever. But they've got a final price right now for one that's $57,000. But it's a different version because this one isn't actually out yet. So yeah, I'm thinking more like the $60,000 to $70,000 price when it hits the market, because they'll be limited edition. Anyway, I dig it, and I hope that I can get one. What I really want though is an EREV Bronco. Put a little gas engine in it with electric motors, And away we go. I mean, this thing is built for that, and it would be freaking awesome. The next article is over in... Oh, wait, did I say the name? Logan K. Carter? Yeah. All right, the next article is over in FourWheelTech as well. The next-gen GLC EV brings back Mercedes-Benz's most iconic grille with a bold, illuminated twist. Yeah, so it's basically electroluminescent. Daniel Golson over at jalopnik.com put the article together. I think that's ugly. With the next-gen GLC crossover, which will be fully electric and sit alongside the existing gas-powered GLC, Mercedes is going back to its design roots. Instead of a blacked-out panel like on the EQS, the electric GLC, officially called the GLC with EQ technology. Emotional quotient? Wow. That's so nice of them to make it more human. Anyway, has a large silver panel inspired by the imposing egg crate grills of Benz's, like the 600 Grosser, W11 E-Class and the W108 S-Class. Only on the GLC, instead of the little squares being air holes, they'll be illuminated. Now that's fun, says the author. Again, that's Daniel Golson over at Jalopnik. The GLC has a large three-pointed star emblem in the center of the grille, but it's pretty easy to imagine how a grille design would look like with no star and a hood ornament instead, like maybe the VLE van that was previewed by the Vision V concept, or the version of the electric next-gen E-Class that'll debut in 2027. The throwback grille, or a similar interpretation of it, will appear on facelifts of current models like the GLE and S-Class, which have been spied with more upright front ends. Basically, every model will be gaining star-shaped headlights like those on the CLA. Those right there, which I think is ugly. But it's the Mercedes logo in light form. Let's keep going. The next article is over in FourWheelTech as well. Lamborghini is giving up on the SC63 with nothing to show for it. The SC63 LMDH program had promise for the Italian brand, but they're putting it to bed. Brad Brunell over at jalopnik.com put the article together. Lamborghini joined hypercar ranks in 2024 with the full season effort in WEC, while also running the endurance rounds in the IMSA schedule and fielding a second car for the Le Mans 24. Unlike other brands racing in the FIA WEX Le Mans hypercar category, the IMSA's GTP class, Lamborghini decided it could only support a single car effort globally, which has frankly made it a non-starter. Unfortunately for Lamborghini, it's also frequently been a non-finisher. The Italian manufacturer never gave the car enough support, financial or personnel, and the program suffered. So on Monday, the team announced a strategic realignment of the racing program, shifting focus away from the top flight prototype program and toward a new 426 Temerario GT3 racer and the incoming 2027 shift in its single make series Super Trofeo. Let's keep going. The next article is over in FourWheelTech, but this is a two-wheeler. So 4 wheels and tech. So 2 motorcycles. I don't know. Suzuki's iconic Gixxer celebrates 40 years of speed with a surprise return. Until recently, Suzuki's original superbike was believed to have been undone by stringent Euro 5 plus emission regulations, which I'm not sure why the Gixxer would have been in that, but anyway. The GSX R1000 and GSX R1000R will finally get the updates they need to not only return to the European market, but compete in the best leader bikes in the business again. While the basic chassis will remain much the same, the bike has a new look, the engine has a complete revamp, and there's some trick suspension and electronics work underneath. While the motorcycle industry keeps pushing superbike prices toward the stratosphere, the Gixxer remains one of the cheapest ways to put 200 horsepower between your legs. Hello. So yeah, Gixxers are pretty wild. You do not want them as your first bike. In order to meet the Euro 5 Plus standards, the 998cc engine had to be completely rejiggered with higher compression, 13.8 to 1 pistons, a completely redesigned crankshaft and cylinder head, a new fueling system with 8 injectors, and a new 421 exhaust system with a longer and slimmer muffler. All of this unfortunately means a slight reduction in power, making 192 down from 199. So this thing is still going to be... They're already throwing shade. Anyway, yeah, people are going to eat this bike up, and hopefully the road doesn't eat them up. This is not your first bike. This should not be your first bike. The outgoing GSX R1000 starts at just $17,000, while the new one will probably balloon slightly. It still should undercut BMW's $19,000 S1000RR by a healthy margin. So I don't know, man. For the fastest bike out there, I think $20,000, $18,000, $16,000. Buy a used one. The next article is over in our last article for tonight is over in FourWheelTech. Dead red laws. Every U.S. state where it's legal for motorcycles to run a red light. Can it really be legal for motorcycles to run red lights? The answer in some places, yes, and here's why. And a list of every state where this law exists. Paul Stadden over at jalopnik.com put the article together. They say, don't worry, this article isn't about an unfair advantage for motorcycles, as if state legislatures were trying to create chaos. Quite the contrary. Dead red laws help motorcyclists pass through intersections where traffic light sensors might treat bikes as ghosts. The most common traffic light detection system is the inductive loop sensor, which uses coils of wire under the pavement to detect vehicles entering its magnetic field. They do not operate by weight. Unfortunately, the two-wheeled vehicles don't have enough mass to disrupt the magnetic field, and so there's no change. So motorcycles can end up sitting at an unchanging red light, Rip Van Winkling the hours away until their families gather a search party. So, hey there, devil, come on out from those details. So some states' dead red laws give a surprising amount of leeway and trust to motorcycle riders. Take Minnesota's, as spelled out in section 169.09 sub 9. Motorcyclists can run a red light as long as they come to a complete stop and the signal is malfunctioning, won't detect the bike, or, quote, if traffic control signals continue to show a red light for an unreasonable amount of time. That's pretty subjective. Anyway, South Carolina lawmakers apparently give serious consideration to this for 120 seconds. So you have to sit there for 2 minutes silently cursing the red light, they say in this article, before you take off. It's only 90 seconds in Utah and Tennessee. It's the feelings you hold in your heart that matter most, as the law states riders can proceed under the belief that a traffic control signal utilized a vehicle detection device or was inoperative due to the size of the vehicle. So if your state doesn't have dead red law, it's going to be annoying for you. Yeah. All right. So go and check this article out, and be careful out there if you're riding a motorcycle. Nobody sees you. You have to assume everybody's an idiot. All right. See you soon. And I am going to run this red light. Bye-bye.